welcome to the 5-Star Dynasty Podcast Live. Merry Christmas. Episode 229, Pukalear bomb dropped. I'm saying Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to anybody who's not celebrating Christmas, but I'm not going to be censored saying Merry Christmas. Now, how you doing, Piff?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
You know what you sound like?
Under the weather?
Oh, yeah, that too. I was going to say you sound like you have had a Pukalear bomb dropped on you, which I have as well, but I happen to escape it in one of my, I'm in enough leagues where it's one league.
Yeah, no. Grizz hit me with the bomb.
Bless you.
Sorry.
In my home league.
Never be sorry for sneezing.
Bless
Okay.
Yeah, Grizz got me good in my home league.
Is it better or worse when it's somebody you like?
Well, if it's this league, it's my oldest league, so it hurts extra hard.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because
and I played Colby Parkinson too, so I only got like 5 points on him out of my guy. So it's just not.
I'll give you a good example.
So it's not.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. First pick Kelsey used him in a league, and he's very disappointed with himself. With me, okay. So for example, I have Jordan Love in a league, not Pukad, but I have Jordan Love in a league, and I know I'm going to lose now. But it's against a buddy of mine who got me into fantasy football, so I'm kind of happy for him because in another league that we're in, that I'm dominant, and I'm, we start a week early with the playoffs, so I think I'm 12-1, and that's that league I talk about often, and that's his league, and that's the league that first one I ever joined, and that's the league that got me into fantasy football. So I want to win, but I'm happy for him. And then you turn around and I have another league and I'm going to lose and I'm very upset. And I'm like, dude, this sucks so bad. I don't want to lose to this guy. I'm not going to say who because I don't want him to feel bad, but I don't want him to lose. Now, the redraft league, I'm going to lose. I did get Pukad. So out of all the leagues I got Pukad, I want you to the poetic justice of me, Kyle Pittsing Davis last week, just for me to get Pukad this week. Both Thursday games. Or no, Puka. Yeah, Puka's the Thursday game. Yeah, he was. So,
so go ahead. Sorry.
What up, Hitman? Shout out Hitman. Gotta get him as a guest on Snake My Draft. Happy holidays. Absolutely. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, brother.
You're gonna get canceled.
Why are we gonna get canceled?
I'm kidding.
We are a Christmas podcast who is very accepting and loving of other religions and celebrations. But I am not going to be told not to say Merry Christmas. That's all.
Americal's probably going to beat me in my 14-team league. It's going to be a close one, though.
I have a league. I mentioned it once before. I have a league, and I'm pretty sure you guys were you were either in it and left, or you're still in it. And pretty sure Hitman's in it still. It's a Game of Thrones league. It's from the first year I ever did Dynasty, and somebody won 2 years. Oh, Merkel won 2 years. I won 2 years, and then now I'm pretty sure a guy. Hold on, let me pull it up really quick. It's funny. So
I'm playing him like 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's just like the
4 matchups.
5 matchups
this week. No, and I'm playing a Merkel in 4 matchups this week.
It's funny how that goes.
Win or lose, like if it's a loser's bracket or whatever, I'm playing him. Championship, I'm playing him.
Well, I will say this weird thing that's happened, it has a good chance of happening because I played Watson and benched him for Dobbs, or benched Dobbs for him, which, on paper made sense, but it just sucks. So this is the league history of this one league, and I just thought it was weird to say because the chances of this happening is so astronomical. 2018 and 19, Merkel wins. 2020 and 21, I win. 2022 and 23, Giants fan wins. Now, technically, Giants fan won one of the years, and Chris NC, the guy we used to play with, won one of the years. Still, the same team won 2 years in a row. I know it's not the same owner, still same team. Now Chucklehead has won, and he's about to eliminate me from the playoffs and head to the Super Bowl. So that would be 4 consecutive repeats of a team. And I know one of them is Giants fan took a team over, but still, dude, the chances of a team who owned a dynasty winning 2 in a row, another one winning 2 in a row, another one winning 2 in a row, and then it happening 4th time. I mean, that's got to be in the billions. So I just had to give a shout out to that league, even though it's just a free league. It's one of the first dynasties I ever made. It's from the second year I did dynasties. From the first year I commissioned them.
Well, in this podcast Dynasty Money League, I'm the 3 seed, and I'm in good shape to topple the 2 seed and make it to the show.
I don't care about that. I'm just joking. No, that's great, dude. I was doing okay, and then I got eliminated. I'm like a middle of the road team. Yeah, I'm the 9. I'm gonna be into being like the 104.
Yeah, it's max points for it too. So.
Oh, it is okay.
So if your team really stunk, it's gonna be a good.
It didn't.
If you had a lot of points.
I was 5-5 at one point, and then I went on a 4 losing streak because I think I lost somebody.
Yeah, so you're probably gonna be the 6th pick. Well, yeah, the 6th pick.
No, the 7th.
You'd be the 7th pick if you played in the playoffs.
Oh yeah. My bad. I was doing it backwards for some reason.
Well, that's just projecting that you had the highest points of all your team. But that,
No, I know I do because I could have made the playoffs. I had 4 consecutive weeks of me facing somebody who had one of the highest scores, and it just happened like that.
Yeah.
I went from being like, oh, cool, I'm gonna make it. I was really hoping to obviously make it in the playoffs of the Dynasty Money League and the Redraft Money League, which I'm still in the Redraft, but I got Puka there, so I expect to lose to Kuhn this week.
Yeah, I'm trying to win my money back. Not looking good.
I mean, I was already playing like Blake Corum.
I had like Debo and somebody else do trash. So I think maybe Christian Watson or something. Not good.
What was the other 5-star league? Oh, the original 5-star, the free one we did. I'm the champion there, and I'm in a close matchup with Phil. Terry did me wrong, but I have JSN and Saquon there.
I'm in the 2nd round too here, and Grizz Puka'd me here too. So he double Puka'd me.
I got Puka'd in, let's see, the Redraft League and another. I can't find it right now. And then I had a couple where I just happened to be first in the guy who had like JSN and DJ Moore. I'm like, what the hell?
I think I'm going to play Tracy over Marks.
Yeah.
Call me crazy, but I'm doing it.
Where did I Puka? Oh, are you in Wanna Smoke? Want to smoke some league? You should have joined that one just because it's
Yeah.
smoking based one.
I was in that originally.
You were, oh yeah. Shark joined because Shark is back in fantasy this year, and then he had one bad league and then made the playoffs in 2 other leagues. So he's actually back to being old Shark. And I tried to get him to join a couple free ones, and he wouldn't. So he's being very strict on the amount he'll be in now because he realizes he threw it all away and lost all of us for like 3, 4, almost 5 years because he acted a certain way, and he knows he did, and it is what it is. But yeah, I think the bottom line is he realizes he was stressed with too many leagues. He thought he could handle it. He got overwhelmed. And then when he had a million people from a million leagues coming at him, he just was like, you know what? Screw all of you. So I don't blame him. It is what it is. And now he's back. But that being said, I had Puka and Swift. He had Barner and McLaurin. Swift didn't do too bad, but I would have wanted way better. Now, does it suck that I have Manungai on the bench with 15? Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's
on
a tough
paper,
one.
I would never play Monungai over Swift, but I could totally see him outplaying him. Like, it's one of those situations you remember when Jordan Howard was the lead back, but those weeks you just knew Tariq Cohen was going to sneak out and catch 10 passes
Jesus. Yeah,
and be better.
you're going way back.
I know. Well, it's just a good example of one I always think of where every week was the wrong week. Like, you always decided the wrong one. I had a league where I had both of them, and every week I would decide between one of them, and every week the opposite one I picked. No matter what order, no matter what pattern, whoever I picked, the opposite one did well, and they didn't do well. It's crazy. But yeah, I did go back a little bit.
I think I'm in like 3 Devi leagues.
It's fun to go back sometimes, though. You know, just
that's
mention a couple names.
far.
You're just like,
That's
oh,
like
dude, I
back
remember
when
that name.
dude, that was a long time ago. That's what I'm saying. Like that's when I was.
I mean,
like,
to be
really
fair, you could name ones where I would be like,
but
I
I was
don't know
only
who that
playing
guy
like
is.
in like one league then too. So
Yeah. But
maybe 2
let's
at
see
the
what we
time.
got. T. Higgins is gonna play.
No, this was back when you met Justin Perry. Remember we went to Perry's house in Pawtucket? No, it was only in 2.
So how'd we go from 2 to 50?
COVID.
Oh,
2017, I think it was, maybe 16 was when I. 2016, I think. 2016 is the first year I played. I think. Let me double check. I actually have it right here. He added the league records, the ESPN ones to Sleeper. You can manually do it.
2009 is when I started.
16. Yeah, so you have 7 years on me. 2016 is when I started.
Julio's rookie year.
But I got 5th place my first year. But it was I got 5th place, and it was a league that had 4 playoff spots. It was my first year. I didn't know anything. I just tried my best.
Yes. That's how I felt. Like for my first draft, it was crazy.
I mean, I was 7-6.
I was taking I took Brady in like the 3rd round in a 1 QB league. It was crazy. I was just doing like dumb shit. But I ended up with like Brady and Cam Newton. I had Matt Forte on that team, Reggie Bush.
Yep.
Can't really remember anymore. Julio, that's it. I had Julio, and then I traded him like 3 weeks later.
Julio was, we mentioned this on the old podcast. Julio Jones was my first ever fantasy pick.
My worst ever trade I've ever made.
Who was your first ever fantasy pick?
Matt Forte.
Oh, you did? Yeah, I remember you telling me that. Yeah. Mine was Julio Jones. I picked him at 104. The top 3 running backs already all went. He was the first wide receiver off the board. Yep.
Matt Forte was awesome that year too. Matt Forte was awesome in general.
I had him the year it was Matt Ryan's MVP year. So, and I grabbed Matt Ryan too. So I had that stack. I didn't even know what a stack was, and the first ever team I had a stack. I actually drafted Drew Brees, and then in second to last round, I didn't know any better, so I grabbed a second QB, and it ended up being Matt Ryan, and Matt Ryan just happened to have an MVP year. So actually, most of the time, I remember using Matt Ryan over Drew Brees because Matt Ryan was just having such a good year that year. And everybody was telling me, like, hey, man, this isn't going to happen always. Like, Drew Brees is going to be better than Matt Ryan next year, just so you know. I was like, I don't know, man. Matt Ryan's the best. Because I didn't know any better. It's like, you know what I mean? In my first year of fantasy, it's his MVP year. But then I watched him lose in the Super Bowl, and I was like, oh, you had Julio Jones, and you targeted him like 3 or 4 times the entire game. I'd rather lose and target him 17 times.
What's his name? Vincent Jackson, too, I had on that team.
Yeah. My team was I double dipped by accident because I didn't know better. But so I had Julio and Devonta Freeman, and then Mark Ingram, and I had Michael Crabtree. It was Travis Kelce's like first big year, I think, and I grabbed him, or maybe it was a second big year. Grabbed him.
I was really big on Dorial Green Beckham when he came out.
Oh yeah,
You probably don't even remember him.
I do. Because he had I remember
sucked.
him. He was in the Eagles, right?
Eventually, I think he went to the Eagles. Yeah, but he drafted
That's what I
by the
remember.
Titans.
Yes. So you remember him I remember him when he was on the Eagles because it was when I was first getting into it. Yep.
But yeah, he was
Michael
ass.
Crabtree was my first. Michael Crabtree was my first wide receiver 2 in my first 3 touchdown game.
Who else was I really high on back then? Monty Ball out of Wisconsin.
See, you knew what you were doing though. I was just like
He got drafted.
going off
He
like
got drafted
websites
by
and
the
like
Broncos.
being like, should I pick this guy? And then my second year, I believe it was my second or third year was the year that Kamara came out. That's when everything changed.
I remember I made my first my last first round pick one year, and it was Johnny Manziel. Oh God, dude, it was it was so fun back then. We used to just get all together and like have it at somebody's house or something. It was fun. Like the first year we had it, like the first draft we ever had with that league, we had it at his office. Like he had us all go to his office for the weekend, and we sat in like a room. It was fucking cool. It was cool shit.
See, that's cool. I haven't been able to, but I really want to find I have local leagues, but I don't have anybody yet that would like all agree like, hey, let's meet at this place or let's rent out this place or let's do whatever, do an actual like in-person draft, make it a whole thing.
That shit's fun. I've done that quite a few times. It's really fun.
Yeah. I think it'd be really cool to do it in like one of those like, what are they called? Oh, I can't think of the term right now for some reason, but they'll have them at like Foxwoods and stuff where you can like rent like one of those like boardrooms. What's that?
Like a sports book, like have it at a sports book and just rent out a room type thing.
Well, yeah, like if you go to like some hotels have like office like type areas that people rent out for like actual office work, but you could just rent it out and do a draft there, or you could literally just do it. You know what, Coon? You got to leave because you're good kicking my ass. You pooked me. This is me coming back all deformed and
who were you talking about earlier?
That you have been pooked. Nah, what's up, Coon?
Who were you talking about? Who is Merengue?
Yeah, who the heck is Merengue? We were thinking you meant McConkey.
But
before in the chat before the show started, you said Merengue or Allen.
So we thinking McConkey or Allen?
Who is this? Answer. We must know.
We need answers. I really want to answer that question, but I don't know who to say. Is it Josh Allen? Is it Keenan Allen? I know it's not Monungai because he played. We're really trying to piece this together.
I must, but
we're not getting nothing.
Well, our number went up. He said, "What's up?" And then our number went back down. So I don't know if he popped in, said, "Hey," and then left, or if he's still here.
Fuck. What league was that in?
What, Merengue?
No. Keon Coleman. I think I know.
There's a little snake in the grass. There's a little snake in the grass.
Yeah, he's inactive.
Who?
Keon Coleman.
Merengue is? Oh, Keon Coleman.
And I know I had to put him in somewhere last night. I just don't know where.
Whoa.
See
if we got any.
Not happy.
Ooh. I actually got to I gotta plug my phone in, or it is going to die. That's about to happen. Oh, he's wearing shorts.
Malik Willis, dude. Let's go.
Yeah. You mean the guy I had on like a billion dynasty leagues, and then I dropped him after I realized he wasn't gonna do shit, and then all of a sudden he had a good game, and then now
he's gonna be.
I don't think anything's really gonna happen, but just what I'm about to say, but like I gotta say for the fans. There's nothing worse than having somebody for years and your taxi squad or on your bench, and you just realize like, oh, well, they're not going to be anything. And then you get rid of them. You finally cut dead weight. And then all of a sudden they show out and you realize like, is he probably going to be anything? Most likely not. But now there's a spark. Now there's a chance he at the very least wins a backup job again and he's alive. So it's like, ugh, now I feel dumb cutting him because, you probably cut him for some guy who is going to be cut or already has been cut.
Factual. I did that to a few guys.
I still have him in a bunch, but he is one of those guys this year that I decided to cut.
Nico Collins was one of those guys for me. Like I held on to him for like 2 or 3 years and then let him go everywhere. And then he just was boom. Amazing.
So my regret on Nico Collins is a year before he popped, Hitman tried to trade him to me everywhere, and I didn't bite because I said Nico wasn't going to be anything ever. And I was like, it's a wasted guy. I would just drop him. I said those words. And then he ended up being something. And I think about that every time he has a big game. I think about Hitman and about him almost trading him to me. And I'm talking 20 to 40 leagues. I'm talking a crazy, crazy amount between money, free, everything, dude. He offered him to me in so many, and I turned it down. And yeah, look, he said, I remember that. And I turned him down and I said it was going to be nothing. Now, I've said that plenty of times where I said a guy was going to be nothing and they were nothing. I was wrong about Nico. I was completely wrong. And I have no issue saying when I'm wrong. I think it's stupid to hold on to, like, if you're wrong and you're just going to sit there and be like, make excuses or try to move past it. It's like, no, dude, just say you're wrong. Like, it's not a big deal because people can't take you seriously when you're right if you can't admit when you're wrong. I was wrong on Nico Collins, and oh my god, that haunts me, dude. Now, granted, a lot of those are free leagues, so it's not like it's like I really had skin in the game. But goddamn, I should have him in all those free leagues for like nothing. He wanted like nothing. He wanted like second and third round picks. I think a couple he might have wanted late first. He wanted like nothing. It was like Nico and I was like, Nico's trash. Why would you add him to the trade?
Oh,
I didn't draft him at all as a rookie. I have zero shares. 0. So
I liked his
but now
profile.
I have shares because I've drafted him.
So I grabbed a lot of them. But
I have shares of him now because I drafted him in startups as my like wide receiver 2 after he popped and he was big, but he wasn't big enough for people to grab wide receiver 1 territory yet.
All right, Kuhn. So I'm assuming this is rest of the season then, because he played last night already. So I'm gonna go Monungai anyway. Yeah, Monungai over Keenan.
Oh, definitely Morangi. No, if you don't think that Monungai is now Morangi on this show, you are insane. Yo, he is Morangi now. There is no world where he's not Morangi now. Are we kidding? Kyle Morangi or Keenan Allen?
Correct to the
I'm
rescue.
going Morangi. Don't search him on DFS. You're not going to find him, but
that's awesome. Yeah, I'm really kind of in the dumps. Like, I need big days today from a lot of guys.
I need big days as well.
Maybe only like 2 wins and 1 league nobody's even paid for.
We think he was saying rest of the season, Sar. Because I think he benched him and he did really well, and he's probably regretting it. We could be wrong, but we think that's why.
This is what we're going with.
SARS. I love shouting out SARS. It's funny.
SARS. Anyway,
Dude.
so
Dude.
yes, like I don't think I have any crazy questions I could think of.
I'm trying to see.
Oh, Fannin or Waller today, dude.
Fannin. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But Waller, a lot of his big weeks have been multiple touchdown weeks. So now you're relying on
guess what? This is the worst. They're the worst team against tight ends. Cincinnati.
True, but at the same time, it's Quinn Ewers. Like, are you really that confident he's gonna do
I'm
enough?
not about
If
that.
it was Tua, I would have said
but the matchup.
I would
is
have
very
literally
good
said the
for
opposite. I would have
Waller.
said Waller because he can catch two touchdowns. Instead, I said Waller relies on 2 touchdowns. I would say Fannin 100%. And right now, SARS and Steel City. What up, Steel?
Watch who's in there.
Both
I was just
agree.
wondering.
I just think that there's a chance Fannin can get actual like volume on top of the fact he can make big plays. Waller has potential rather to make big plays, but he's mostly just a touchdown guy right now.
Troy Franklin.
Yeah, he meant
Michael
Ewers.
Pittman.
He corrected underneath, but right here, look what Sar said. Ewers is going to be throwing screens all day, more than likely. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Oh, Steele. Yeah, Steele made a really good point. Ravens tight ends couldn't do it. Likely had 0 targets, and Mark Andrews didn't really do anything. Yeah, it's gonna be H-Chan getting dump offs. H-Chan getting dump offs.
Happy about
Waller
that.
will get targets. They're just not going to be like he's not going to get down the field or anything. And yeah, I have one I have to play Waddle, and I have one I'm completely stacked, and I'm actually benching Waddle, and I might regret it, but we're just one of those leagues where I happen to get really lucky and hit on some guys that are good.
Here's a good one. I need highest of high end points here. Like I need.
Yeah, I know what upside means.
What is it?
Yeah,
not the floor. I need a ceiling.
I got you.
So
you
Harvey, Michael Carter.
Say verse who? You say verse who with each person.
Okay. Harvey versus Jacksonville.
Okay.
Michael Carter versus Atlanta.
Okay.
Buka versus Carolina. Need.
Okay.
Oh, or Juwan Johnson. And Hawkinson. Need.
Juwan Johnson is number one of the. I'm not going to pick him out of anybody there, but I'm also not surprised if he's on my bench with like 2 touchdowns and I'm pissed at myself. But I don't think I can like risk ceiling or not. I can't risk. You have to pick 2 of them.
Yeah.
Harvey. I'm going to go Steel City agrees. Yep. I'm going to go Harvey.
Buka or Carter. Or Hawkinson.
A couple weeks ago, it's an obvious Ibuka. But I'm a little worried about with all the guys back and him spreading it around. But Carter, they already said he is the lead back this week.
So that's why I have in is Harvey and Carter. So I'm just going to keep it.
A lot of times, if the volume is guaranteed, I just find myself leaning more toward running backs. Buka and a prayer, Carter as a floor. Yeah, I agree with that. Hey, look what Steel City said. Hey, Buka and a prayer, Carter as a floor. So if you want a floor with Harvey's safe floor that has a ceiling.
Yeah, fuck that.
Because the thing is, Ibuka could have 30 points or Ibuka could have 3 points. Ibuka could have 30 points or Ibuka could have 30 yards.
Yeah.
No matter what we know, Mike Evans is getting spammed. That's all we do know. When he's on the field, I don't care how good Ibuka is. I don't care how good Godwin is. I don't care how good. nobody loves Evans more than Baker. Like even Brady spread it around to Godwin a lot and like loved Evans, but loved Godwin too. Baker loves Evans, dude.
Oh my god.
Baker acts like
I have the worst
Mike
running backs.
Mike
in
Evans
some of
texts
these
him
leagues.
and wakes him up with a text every morning saying, "What's up, King? You're my favorite quarterback of all time."
Algier, DK, not DK Metcalf, the other guy from Tennessee.
What's that?
Algier,
DK.
Shamira, DK,
Yep.
Hunter Henry.
Ceiling your floor.
Ceiling.
You didn't say who everybody was facing.
DK's playing KC.
No,
Hunter Henry's playing Baltimore.
maybe.
And Algier's playing Arizona.
Algier is not ceiling. Algier is, I hope he vultures a touchdown. I hope he has a good game. I hope. Is it possible? Sure. But it's not probable. It can happen, but it's not the pick if you're actually trying to like, hey, this has a higher probability of happening and I want to try to win. Who are the other two?
I think I'm going to play
Henry
DK.
and-
Hunter Henry's playing Baltimore. They're pretty good against tight ends.
And then who else?
DK versus the Chiefs.
Oh, the Chiefs. I already said no to that. You only got to pick one?
Yeah. I'm playing DK. I'm playing against the Chiefs. Chiefs are dead. Chiefs are dead. They are playing for nothing.
Chris Jones is playing for sacks and stats.
No. Chris Jones is not that guy. The season's over. He's playing for nothing. And he's probably not even going to be on the team next year.
That's fair. I don't know, man. There's just part of me that like, if you really need ceiling, it might be Hunter Henry because he has the potential of catching 2 touchdowns. It's the same argument that I had for Waller, but like he has a better quarterback this week. Kuhn thinks you should.
Ward hasn't been bad.
Over Carter.
I don't know. Hunter Henry, he's been kind of Dudley lately.
I personally, now are they free leagues? Yes, but I personally am playing Henry in my flex in a couple leagues where I'm just like you said, a prayer. I got Puka or I got JSN or something like that, and I'm like, just I need something, and I'm putting Hunter Henry and hoping for 2 touchdowns. But yeah, he hasn't even been on a cold snap.
Yeah, since the bye week, he's only had a 3-point game. And not liking that.
Oh, it's just one bad week?
Yeah, but it's like 10. It's nothing serious either.
Oh, I'm remembering it as worse because he had the bye week. So for some reason I was chalking that up to a bad week. I don't know, man.
That's a tough one. I'm squirming right now.
Steele said Hunter, DK. So I think he said Hunter before DK. We already said no to Algier. Sorry.
That's a tough one. I'm going to have to eat that one.
That's something you're going to have to think about the last 20 minutes you have before the game.
Fuck you, Grizz and Puka Nakua, you piece of shit. Oh. TCR, though, I'm looking like I'm going to hit the championship.
Heck yeah. Against his super team. Good luck. So
my team's pretty super itself. I haven't even put in anything for anybody.
Only one person has one undefeated, and it was Giants fan the first year. Other than that, everybody's lost at least once.
So, I mean, I got Herbert, ETN, Gibbs, Jefferson, Lamb, Nico, Chase, Tet.
Well, you just said Jefferson, and that doesn't
Javonte.
scare me at all.
It should. Bowers,
Why?
because he's going to go off this week against the Giants.
Shut your mouth. You shut
That's
your
why.
mouth. I will say I have Puka in that
Ooh.
one championship. I'm pretty happy. The 2-week championship. Right now I'm projected to win by over 100 because it's a 2-week championship. So hopefully my guys pop off this week enough where next week is not even I don't want next week to even be like one of the last things the guy said was hopefully it's competitive. And I'm just like in my head, I'm like, no, dude, I hope it's not. I hope I literally get so far ahead of you this week that next week there's no point of us even playing. Like we're just like cleaning it up at that point. That's how far ahead I want it to be. I do not want to be sitting there the last week being like, I hope I win. This is a $100 entry league. So, I'm playing for either 700 or 200. I want 7. And it sucks because it was almost a $200 league, but it missed it by like a vote.
Oof. So I like it. Yeah. Need a prayer, so you went Knicks. I like it. That's an important game. So can only hope. They get 2 good defenses, though. It's tough.
I will say that might be for the better because Baker is more banged up than he's leading on. He's just so damn tough, and he wants to win, and he wants to make the playoffs, and he wants to compete that he just acts like it's not that big of a deal. But he's hurt, man. Like when he was at the press conference and his shoulder was all taped up and everything, he's hurt, man. I would have definitely gone with Knicks over him, and it just is what it is. I actually almost picked Baker in DFS today, the DFS thing we do, and I at the last second went with Dart instead because Dart has the rushing floor.
Good pick. I like it. Hi, Guna. Hi, puppy. Let me see.
All right.
Let me see. Yeah, my teams were not good this year. That's just a fact.
My only issue is I made 12 playoffs, and then this week I'm losing a decent amount of them because I just happen to either get Puka or I got like the guy had JSN. I have a couple where the guy had JSN and DJ Moore. And then I have one where I had Jacobs, he underperformed. And I have one where I have Jordan Love, he got knocked out of the game. So it's like, oh, can I win? Both of them I can win, and both of them I'm not going to win, if that makes sense.
It makes sense. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let me see if there's any news. We already said T. Higgins is going to play. Cowboys have been eliminated from contention. That kind of sucks because I have Dak and Pickens in a lot of leagues, so I'm hoping that doesn't affect them at all. I'm hoping they're just, we're the Cowboys, we play for pride, blah, 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 or some crap, Hopefully.
Hopefully. We all need that because I'm sure a lot of championship teams have quite a bit of Cowboys on them.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. I'm trying to figure out what else we got for news.
Javonte might have been like one of the better values all year.
Yes, 100%. Because even if you took a chance on him, he was like anywhere from the 7th to 11th round. I've seen everything in between. I've seen some people be like, "Oh yeah, I got him in like 7th round." I've seen some people be like, "Yeah, dude, I got him in like the 12th round." And you're like, "What?" Some people just didn't want him at all. Let me see what.
Yeah.
Now the stats are going to be a little skewed because I believe it's a. It is. It's a super flex, but in search for the One Piece that you started. I got Javonte in. Oops, that's a rookie draft. I got him. The 13th round.
Yep.
Oof. My pick before that was Tank Dell, and it was because it's the 12th round, and I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna come back from injury, and then all of a sudden, right after I drafted him, I remember hearing news that the injury was worse than we thought. He was gonna be out for the entire season, and then they drafted 2 studs from the same college that already work well together, and we already knew work at different positions of the field, so they wouldn't affect Nico or each other. And it's like, oh no, they're setting up to be without him completely. No. So it is what it is. It's always weird looking back at drafts.
But if you look at like the usage of Noel compared to Higgins, it's kind of
Which is funny because everybody was like, there was a lot of people I heard talking up Noel.
I feel like Tank could probably beat out Noel.
Maybe, but I don't know. Tank's gonna be coming back from an injury too. I've really seen, and let's be real. As much as I like Tank, and I should be arguing for him because I have him in enough leagues where I should be cheering for him. And I really don't have Noel in a ton. I was more I was a Higgins guy and not a Noel guy. But dude, Tank really is just like the epitome of he's so small that he gets hit once or twice and he's knocked out for the season. It's crazy. He's had multiple broken legs now, right?
But he's so good though when he's on the field.
And I get that.
He's so good though.
And I get that.
That's the thing.
But my
and
next
usually
point.
if you
hold
take
on.
the whole year,
I have a point. No, I have a
take
point.
the whole
I'm
year
not
from the
fully trying to
ACL.
shit on him. I'm sorry. Finish your point. What were you saying?
ACLs aren't what they used to be. So I mean, like, let's not.
No.
People
That's
for
not my
ACL
issue.
Injuries
So
either.
get this. What if he just becomes more of a less snaps, gadget, designed play kind of guy? Because they're like, well, let's use these guys running routes. Why are we going to risk Tank getting taken out and trying to block? He's tiny. Why are we going to risk Tank, breaking whatever, hurting whatever? Let's just put him on a couple big plays, like maybe like 7 to 12 big plays a game. And then the rest gets, the rest of the snaps get covered by other guys. That's my concern.
So now he's going to be like a Tutu Atwell, is what you're telling me?
But better. Yes. Tutu, but a little
turn
better.
to Tutu.
Where if you drop him, you regret it. But then when you use him, he's only consistently usable when somebody goes down, but he's still not this year, but last year, Tutu had like a huge stretch of being very relevant. So like in Dynasty, that's what this show is. We're on the Dynasty side of our two sides of the coin. But we have to remember that it sucks, but sometimes there's going to be a guy you're going to have on your bench. You're not going to be able to use him most of the time. But when somebody goes down or when they just hit the right scheme, he's going to be useful. And Tank's that guy. Tank Dell's that guy. I didn't mean for this to turn into a Tank Dell conversation and everything, but we are a Dynasty show.
Touch my heart. You can't be doing that to me.
Well, it's the truth. There's a chance he could be like, why would you risk it? No. Also, there's a chance he's so good that you're like, damn, this sucks. He only plays 30 to 40% of the snaps tops a game, but he scores 8 to 15 points a game. If you're barely playing, but you're just very efficient, maybe it works. Where we can't pretend that CJ Stroud and him didn't have really good chemistry, but the more you're on the field, the more you risk injury. And a lot of his injuries, now the broken leg one, that was just like a freak accident or whatever, but a lot of the injuries were him just running around, like getting clipped by somebody. He had ones where he didn't even miss games. He was just banged up and on the injury report because he just happened to be trying to block somebody he shouldn't have been trying to block. It's like, why are you, dude, what are you doing? It's okay, bud. No, it's okay.
What's going on?
My pup's just hopped up, dude. No, it's okay. It's just on the TV. It's okay, my boys. It's okay. Stay where you are. Oh. My boys. I love my boys. Hello, the Bobs. Hello, the Bobs. I don't know if it'll even show it. Well, it's green screen and everything. Come on. Come on, Pops. Oh, I won't do it. It won't show them. Guys, you guys are like vampires. You guys are vampire pups. It won't show you on camera.
Kids just came over from the
They're just a
neighborhood.
distance, but that because I have the green screen filter on for StreamYard,
Dogs went
it was cutting them out.
nuts.
Well,
Dogs
they're being
went nuts
they're
for the
being good boys
kiddos.
right now, but they were laying down, and then your dog started to bark, and they hopped up, and they were like, "What the hell?"
Shut up, Luna.
It's so funny. My dogs are just looking at the because I'm obviously on the computer, but I don't use a monitor. I use my TV. So I'm just like sitting here with you on my TV in front of me, and then they're both sitting here with their ears back, like, what the hell? And like, it's really funny because they react differently to girl dogs than guy dogs. Like guy dogs, they would be like barking back. When they hear a girl dog, they get like really curious and their ears go back and they're just like, ooh, what is that? Is that a girl? Because like I brought a couple times I brought him up to Giants fans' house, and he has an Australian Shepherd, and his Australian Shepherd like plays with them, but like bulls them around because she's bigger. And then like the one of my puppies has an absolute crush on her. It's really, really funny. You could see that he's all about her. Oh, wow.
I was just, yeah. Look at that.
Wow,
Huh?
that's the first I'm hearing about this. Nice breaking news. Oh, hold on a second. Next time we're gonna do it better like this, but hold on a second. Next time we're gonna have a thing right here. I'm gonna hit a drop. I don't have a breaking news, but Hitman, you're gonna get one of these.
Cream of the crop.
The cream of the crop, dude. You are the cream of the crop. Thank you for this breaking news. Now, let me see if I got a little effect right here. I think I do.
I like that, Steel. I like that.
Here it is. Look up top. Oh, breaking news. Breaking news. Report. Notre Dame head coach Marcus Freeman is expected to be the Giants' top college head coach candidate. Per Mike Garofalo, Jackson Dart would be unstoppable with Freeman.
No, I think that's a little much now. Come on.
You need to not be so negative.
I'm real. I'm realistic.
No, you're not.
College coach comes to the pros, usually doesn't pan out too well. Just saying.
No, I got you. But for real though, dude. I'm excited. That's cool. Even to hear that potential. Oh, hold on. We got something.
Yeah. I like it.
I would have done the same. Flowers is one of those guys where, listen, if he's on your bench and he scores X amount of points, you're sad about it. You're like, oh, man, that sucks. But he's not one of those guys where you're like, I need to play him.
No.
I know DK only had 3 targets last week, but this week they're facing a team where they're not going to be able to afford to just give him 2 targets, and they're playing against a very bad pass defense. I think he's going to eat today. And Pickens, I just hope that the Cowboys are just competitive enough where they're just going to, and I'm with you. I'm playing Pickens, not only Pickens, but I'm playing the Pickens Dak stack in a ton of leagues, including money leagues. So, I mean, I'm relying on it. It just is what it is.
I'm with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, it could happen. Don't get me wrong. Like, it'll be good for like a year. All right. And then everybody will get the book on it. And then he's done.
Listen, you were so negative about your own offensive tackle. And I told you how good he was going to be. Yeah, he got hurt, but that's not his fault.
I'm saying, listen, college coaches come to the NFL. I know what you're saying. It doesn't work.
Some people are, no. But you told me that about this guy because of his measurements. You said it doesn't work. Sometimes things that don't always work for other people work.
Okay. It could happen, but
it's going
history
to
tells
happen.
us no. History tells us no.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
History.
Whatever, dude.
tells
You're a
us
spoiled New England fan.
no.
You shut up. You shut up. You
How am
spoiled
I
New England
spoiled?
fan.
Just because Drake
No,
May?
you had
I'm
like
spoiled?
you had like a couple years of being bad, and you're already back to being good again. It's so annoying, dude. So annoying, dude. And it's like your fairy tale little ending, like, oh, he was a former player and he won championships with us, and now he's our coach. You shut up. New England fans, you're a bunch of drool monsters.
You know who's coming up for you?
Yeah,
Gerard Mayo is gonna be
you
the
know what?
next
You
head
a bunch of
coach.
fucking drool monsters. You fucking going around, you fucking telling me how you fucking cool your team is. We get it. Your fucking team's cool. We get it. You win a lot of fucking championships. Now you're back. You're back. And may you win another one? Yeah, nice play on words, you fucking idiots.
Fucking cock.
Just kidding. Shout out New England. You guys are lucky as hell. You guys are lucky. It is what it is. I'm playing around because obviously my co-host is a big New England fan, but it is what it is. I'm not worried about it. You guys are in a different conference. As long as you guys are awesome, as long as you don't face the NFC East in the Super Bowl.
We'll be
No,
back
that's an
there
AFC
together.
East, NFC East thing. Because look at the Bills. 4 years in a row they versed the NFC East and they lost every single time. It was the Skins, the Cowboys twice, and the Giants once.
They still can't
Never
get
had a
in
good
there.
team. F the Browns. Oh man, just stop being a Browns fan.
No, they're gonna turn it around, dude. Don't worry. Give them another 60 years. We'll get it. They'll get it.
I mean, if they keep going
It's
with
just your bad
Stefanski, then
owner.
maybe.
It's all common. Bad owners.
Oh, puppy. Is that right?
And I feel like the Giants owners aren't bad owners. They're just not very smart.
Yeah,
They
I
wait
feel
too
like they
long on
keep
things.
giving. You know what it is? They keep giving
keep giving
shots
people
to
too much
guys
time.
who are doing
Yes.
better, are really good on lower levels, and they're like, they want to be the next guy who picks up like a Tomlin. They want to be the next guy who, like, they pick up a coordinator who just happens to be a really good head coach. Then they have him for years, and they're like, "Oh, this is awesome. We picked him up. He's our guy." Blah blah blah, and that just it never keeps happening over and over. Like they gave Judge a try, they gave McAdoo a try, they gave, you know what I mean, Dable. They gave. It's just like it's over and over. Oh, what was it? A Shermer. They gave Shermer a try. It's always people who did very well at a certain level, but sometimes there's a ceiling. There's certain guys where, like, listen, you tell me they're your offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator, I'm happy for your team. You tell me they're your head coach, I'm terrified. It's like, what are you doing? And some people
Yeah,
are
like
just
Josh
made.
McDaniels. No. You don't want him
Literally
as a
just
head
about to
coach.
say his name. Just about to say his name. Dude, he's a great offensive coordinator, but then all of a sudden you put him as a head coach and he's completely incompetent. He cannot run the show. You know,
Yeah,
some
he's
people
like one of those guys you give him a position of superpower and he just becomes
Yes.
a massive douchebag. So you need to have
some
him be
people
like
cannot be generals.
a lower
Some people
guy
cannot
who
be
who's
generals.
somebody above him to put him in his place. Yeah.
Yes. Some people are great captains. Some people are great lieutenants. Some people are great, other, whatever position you want to say below general. But not everybody can be a general, man. Not everybody can be a general of the army. And that's just a fact. And you got a guy like that. And here we go.
But
and
like
remember,
you-
a couple
like you
years
were
ago,
saying-
we had a I wouldn't say heated debate because it was just fun, but we had a big debate where it was like, I think it was of the six of us there, it was either 3 versus 3 or it was 2 versus 4. But I remember me and one other person, or maybe me and 2 other people, thought Stefanski sucked and he was overrated. And it was when the Browns were actually doing okay still. But I mentioned,
but that's the thing is they hit that point, and now it's just steadily going downhill since they brought Watson in.
Yes. And I that's when it's, well, then the thing is, I remember me saying, like, dude, the way they chased Baker out, the way that they like made it, like he played injured and then you treat him like crap when he doesn't win. And it's like, dude, like you either aren't confident and you have somebody else play, or you accept the fact that he's injured and whatever happens. If you guys don't win, at least you guys tried. You can't have him try. He's all busted up. And then you guys are like throwing him under the bus and acting like it's his fault. No, dude, you're a bad coach. And like, I've been one of the most anti-Shedeur Sanders people. And I don't mean anti as far as like he's terrible, but I've always said he was a little overrated. But to see him play the way he did and know that Stefanski held him back and he got no first team reps and still played the way he did. No, dude, I apologize, Shedeur, and Stefanski needs to go. That's insane, dude. Insane.
Yeah, no, he's
I told you I saw the Browns play in person this year.
Worn out.
I watched Dylan Gabriel
in Cleveland for sure.
I saw it in person, dude. He threw his throws literally were like limp noodle throws where they like went and just like died down to the ground. Like the ball didn't want to go for him. Like, now that being said, it was a little windy and it was a rainy day. But I can't imagine.
Like the Giants, the Patriots, Mayo had a horrible season and that was it. See ya, gone. We're bringing in for someone who can actually hold the fucking people accountable to stuff.
I think if
he had no respect when he had that room.
Yeah,
and I'm a big Mayo
combination
fan.
Of that and just player, like, listen, he wasn't he a former player too,
bro.
They wanted to give him a shot, and then they saw another former player who had actual years of success, and they're like, "No, dude, we have a chance at Vrabel. We want Vrabel." Like, I think, listen.
Well, they had a chance at Vrabel last season,
so
and they made an agreement. Well, because they listen. This is what happened. Mayo
was he a consultant?
Went to Philly one year. Went to Philly to get a head coaching job, and the Kraft wanted him back, but the only way he would come back is if there was a stipulation in his contract where he would be the next coach of the New England Patriots. So it was in his contract where he was going to be the next coach whenever they got rid of Bill.
Yep.
So that went through. They made him the head coach, and he sucked, and they got rid of him immediately and ate that money that they had to pay him. And now we got Vrabel.
That makes sense.
A lot fucking.
And then not only that, but I think they could have made the playoffs and they still would have gotten rid of him for Vrabel. They really wanted Mike Vrabel. Made the playoffs multiple years, and yes. Does Miles break the record today? And I think the answer is yes.
Yep.
Yeah. I think that the entire Browns rest of the season is all about getting Myles Garrett as many sacks as he can get.
That's all they should be. He's
going to break the record by a couple games. Oh, sorry.
How bad their fucking defense was the last 5 weeks. It's been terrible. But the whole first half of the season, they were fucking awesome.
And they were also.
They know they're not playing for anything. They suck.
So last episode, not only are they not playing for anything, but because they're not playing for anything, it's 100% become, let's get Myles Garrett as many sacks as we can get him for the rest of the year. Because
we need to get something good out of this season.
Well, because think about it. Breaking the record's cool and everything, but he has a chance to break the record and do it by enough sacks where it's going to actually be very hard for another guy to do. Because, listen, it's hard to do right now. It's obviously been a record and it got tied and this and that, and people have come close and failed. But with you adding more games and potentially adding another game eventually, he's going to want to try to get as many ahead as he can, in my opinion. And there's a chance for him to do it because there's still 3 weeks left. We will only see 2 weeks because of fantasy football, but there is another week after that too, and they will be playing.
Yep.
So, and yes, he is. He's such a freak.
He's an ass.
And
freak.
You know what, dude? I've seen this comment made in comment sections, and I'm going to agree with it. When I see interviews of Myles Garrett, when I hear him speak, when I hear everything that he's ever shown me outside of football, I 100% believe that Mason Rudolph said that. I'm sorry. I 100% believe Mason Rudolph said vile things to make him that upset to grab his helmet and do that. I think he muttered vile stuff under his breath, and Myles checked him. I really believe that. I have no evidence. But my gut tells me when I hear him speak, and he's so nice, he's so elegant, he's so respectful, giving guys the jersey that it's like being like, no, you're part of this league, bro. And it's like a backup lineman or something who's like, just no, dude. Mason Rudolph said it. He said
My
it, dude.
goal is to be the 5'8" version of Myles Garrett. That's what I'm going for in the gym.
Oh man. But yeah, it's you got anything else?
No, I got nothing. Nope. Good luck, everybody. It's
Good
been
luck,
a
everybody in your
tumultuous season for everybody.
Oh, hey.
Injuries have been horrible, but we're here. We made it.
Sorry. I'm gonna say goodbye in a second.
One
Of course,
more
we're at
week
the end. I've probably
of
spent the
awesomeness.
entire time I look over. What is
We are
this?
gonna rock it. Finish strong. Good luck. Peace out.
All right. Sorry about that. Making a mess. All right, guys. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Lost my sunglasses. Oh yeah. And looks like we lost Pip as well. Guys,
No, I'm
good
here.
luck in your
I just
stadium tips.
took the
Good luck in all your
camera
matchups. And we will see
Took the
you
camera
next
off.
time. Keep playing Dynasty, baby. Come on, Pups. Why you gotta do
Peace
this?
out.
Embarrassing. But I love you.